and I'm doing pretty good, man. I fought a little bit of, a viral bronchitis for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
I'm probably about 95% now, man. So finally, God dog, I thought I was going to die, man.
Are you serious?
And, when it's viral, ain't nothing you can take for viral, man. That's got to just run the course. I had to end up canceling 2 shows, man. I got on stage and sang the first song, and the last 2 lines I knew the throat was gone right then. And I started the second song, and then I just stopped, and I told the folks, I said, folks, I'm sorry, I can't do it. And that's the only 7 times now in 48 and a half years that I've had to cancel a show.
Oh, my God. Well, you've had quite the run there.
That's it, man. 7. Yeah. That's it.
Wow. So, okay, you're back to 95%. So there's no canceling the Yakima show, right?
No, I'm getting on a 5 a.m. flight in the morning. I just landed in Lafayette, Louisiana yesterday, just in time to watch the Saints beat Atlanta.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got to get back on a plane in the morning at 5, and I'm headed y'all's way, babe.
Sammy Kershaw on the phone with us this morning. Aaron Tippin, Colin Ray, all with you on the Boots and Roots tour. Now, what can we expect? Is it all like one show? Is it 3 individual? What do we expect with the Boots and Roots tour?
Man, look, it's a really cool show. I hate to give it away too much, but I guess I'm going to have to because there ain't no other way to tell you.
Right.
But, we open the show, all of us together.
Okay.
And then we each do a separate portion of the show. And then we all come back together again and finish out the show. But the show never stops. There's no
set
we all
changes.
use the same band.
Yeah, the same band.
And and the show never stops. It continuously rolls, and it's just a hit after hit after hit after hit.
I love it.
And I think y'all are going to be really surprised. The show is doing so well. We've worked so much this year. This is the best year I've had in about 15 years. And 2019 is already shaping up to be better than this one.
Right.
I came up with the idea for Roots and Boots about 6.5 years ago, and I started it out with me and Aaron and Joe Diffie.
Okay.
But it was an unplugged thing where we sat on stools and told stories of the songs and some jokes and kind of ribbed each other a little bit, but yet it was still hit after hit after hit. So I'd been trying to get them together for about 3 years and said, boys, we need to get also an electric tour going with the Roots and Boots. That way, in the cold, cold winters, we can go to a lot of these theaters and stuff and do the Roots and Boots Unplugged. But when it comes time for summer and late spring and fall, man, all these fairs and festivals and things like that, we need to be able to go out there and compete with all these folks that have taken a lot of the slots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So. And so it's helped us. The original Roots and Boots Unplugged helped us stay relevant to the country music touring business. And so now it's really paying off after 6.5 years. It's really doing well for us.
So, Sammy, you have had 16 albums in your career. Which of those, which song out of all of those albums is your absolute favorite to perform live?
Well, my favorite to perform live is Haunted Heart.
Wow.
That was the title track of my second album. But, a lot of people, I think you said 16 albums?
16 studio albums is the info that we have.
Yeah, I have more than that.
Okay.
Because a lot of people don't know that I've released a new album every year for the last 10 years. So that's where that social media comes in. And I run mine myself. I don't like other people running it because there's a couple of folks that ran mine for me one time and kind of got me in, well, it didn't get me in a little trouble. I kind of headed off before it happened. But one of them was a guy, and he was out there trying to hook up with a whole bunch of girls and stuff.
Oh my Atlanta.
In private messages and all kind of things. And I didn't even know what Facebook was.
Right.
But I had the password. And one night I was at my computer doing something, listening to some songs that were sent to me. And I happened to run across some passwords to those social media things. And I said, I just want to check this out and see what this is. I didn't know what it was. So I signed in, and I went over there, and I looked at it. Said messages, and I looked at the messages, and, man, I couldn't believe what I was seeing.
Yeah.
So what I did was I downloaded them all. I emailed them all to myself to have as evidence, when I confronted the guy.
Right.
And, of course, he tried to say he doesn't do that kind of stuff and all that stuff. And then I was able to produce every message on there, And so, I just don't really trust a whole lot of people with my social media. And trying to speak for me, it's not, it could be a good thing, but God dog it can also be a bad thing, man.
Absolutely.
It's rough, and you got to watch how you run it, and that's the only way to watch how you run it is if you run it yourself.
That's so true. I can tell you, Sammy, I just gave your Facebook page a like 5 minutes ago.
Well, I hadn't seen it yet, but I'm weed eating, but I will see it. You can bet on that. I had to fly into the house just long enough to cut the grass and leave again.
I love it.
Lord have mercy.
Sammy Kershaw on the phone with us this morning. Aaron Tippin, Colin Ray, they're all part of the Boots and Roots tour. They're going to be right here in Yakima on Wednesday night, and we are looking forward to the show. Sammy.
So excited.
Well, I'm glad to hear. Is Aaron and Colin calling y'all?
I'm not. I think that we put in the request. I haven't heard yet whether they're calling us or not.
Well, if they do, just hang up on them.
I love it. Sammy, travel safe.
We'll see y'all in a couple of days.
Yeah, travel safe, man. We'll see you on Wednesday.
Thank y'all for your time, man. I appreciate it. Old country singer like me loves to have a little time on radio.
Oh, we love it. We love it equally as much.
Thank y'all very much.